and y'all, welcome back to another YouTube video. And today we're taking a look at the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man action true believer. If you should read but one comic this decade, this one's it. Who are the Night Stalkers, and why has Doctor Strange dared summoned the handiest hands of death, heinous hands of death. So flip over this cover, only if you dare. Hey, you gonna buy this thing? This ain't no library. Yeah. This is part 2 of 4. This is One More Day, Marvel Comics. This looks pretty cool. This looks pretty interesting. I did buy this from a cheap store. This is quite an old comic, so let's go. The good news is that, thanks to Jarvis, Aunt May is being moved out of here, to the cryogery ward, and into a private room. The bad news is that, she's still dying. She might linger for a few days or just a few hours, either way. The doctors say she's outside any medical science can do to save her. I refuse to accept it. There has to be a way, and medical science is out of the options. If only a miracle can do the job. Then I need someone miraculous. Just hope the doctor's in. No need to ring the bell, Peter. I felt you. You're coming from 6 blocks back. I have to see you, Doc. It's a matter of life and death. It is never anything less that brings someone to my door. Step forward and enter the sanctum sanctorum of Stephen Strange. Ooh. And the doctors say there's nothing they can do. But there has to be a way to help her. I'll go anywhere, do anything. I have the Sorcerer Supreme. There has to be something you can do. Long ago, my hands were shattered in an ancient rendered, useless for someone who wished to be a doctor, a surgeon, a healer. I searched the world for someone who could fix them. My quest took me to the Himalayas, where I met the man who I would one day call Master. He told me that there are limits to what even a Sorcerer Supreme can do, but he could not fix my hands, but he could give me a purpose, and the chance to save lives. He had simply healed me. There would have been no one to stand between the forces of dark and light when in sessions was most needed. If you're saying that her death is a part of some bigger plan, forget it. From what you say, the doctors told you there's nothing anyone can. She's not going to die. She's not going to die. We all die, Peter. Yeah, but not like this. If she goes years from now, of old age, in her bed, that's one thing. Will it not be just as painful whenever it happens? Why is that different? It's because it won't be my fault. She took a bullet intended for me, Stephen. If I'd moved just a second faster, if I'd seen, I can't let her die like this. Not when it's my fault. I can't live with that. I can't. God, for God's sake, Stephen, help me, please. Help me. I spoke the truth when I said there was nothing I could do. I think there is nothing anyone can do, but you must know for yourself, and you do not have long to search. Old days, only days, perhaps hours. The hands of the dead were created 15 centuries ago. They allow one enter the tides of space and time, travel the world in a blink of an eye, even be in several places at the same time. Space and time? What if we can go back and stop her from being shot, or... No, the hands offer great power, but also great temptation. Some things are not meant to be touched by mortals, so I will invoke them only once to send you many places in this time, rather than into another. Oh no, I've been in the comics, that's not good. Attitude mini ancient phasmates quo sectoro is Tara ambius. Hear me, ancient spirits, and help the troubled souls. Go now. Go now. And you may find what you need. Oops. And suddenly, I'm everywhere and nowhere, here and there, all at once, and I tell them my story, ask them a question, and the answer is always the same. There is nothing they can do. Though I know Stephen would not approve, I even go to those who I know would see me dead, because even among those who hate me, there must still be someone who understands the simple urgency of my aunt is dying. Who did you go to? You went to Cyclops, Doctor Doom, Beast, Black Panther and Storm, Mobius, Doctor Octopus, the Lizard, and then we have Miss Fantastic and Surgeon. And I don't know who that is at the top. Whoa, can barely stand. The human consoles can only be stretched so thin before mind and body snap. Were you able to find what you needed? No, not one of them could do anything. Then perhaps that isn't what you needed to hear. And something else. The cycle of life is essential to the very core of existence, to the survival of the universe. To fight the cycle is to fight the every forces of creation itself, and that power is not within my grasp or yours. I will get you something to drink. You are not used to the stress of such travel, especially at a time such as this. Thou I want to enter the tide of space and time? The hands offer great power, but also great temptation. Some things are not meant to be touched by mortals, so I will invoke them only once to send you many places in this time, rather than into another. A more than passing familiarity with Aladdin. Peter, no. Give me a chance, just one chance, to go back to where it happened, and set it right, please. Please. Where am I? Where am I? What am I? Wait. There he is. That's him. The one who shot May. There they are. May and MJ. Right in the line of fire. I should be showing up any second. Only have one chance, but to take him out before... What the? Can't touch him? He can't even feel me. This isn't fair. This has to be some way to reach him, to stop him. I can't have come this far only to fail. Outside, I can feel my early self arriving, walking toward the motel. Maybe I can feel it because we're the same person, separated by only by time. If so, maybe by time I feel, here, have to try. I'm remembering this moment as it happened. I remember suddenly having a bad feeling I couldn't identify. I don't have that memory until right now. It was me. Must have been me trying to get through right now. Maybe it's my spider sense picking up on my presence. That means there's a chance to... No. Whatever they are, I can't let them stop me. Not good. They can't hurt me, but I can't touch them. No, stop. You have to stop. Don't go in there. No, You won't stop. You won't stop me. You won't. You won't. I'm coming at me. I won't let them hurt you. You. I won't. I won't. Listen to me. For the love of God, listen to me. I'm going to shoot. He's going to fire. Any moment. You have to get out. You have to get out of here. You have to protect them. Fine. Fine, So, how did it go? Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen again. You've got to stop it. Peter, is something's wrong. Down. No! No. I can't go through this again. I can't. By the all-seeing eye of Agamotto, begone. Those who were night walkers, they live on the edges of time and space. Their whole existence began to prevent destiny from being changed. Only a great power can defy them. Great power, great responsibility. Get me out of here, please. Your non-material self is gravely wounded. You may die if we do not act quickly. My Sanctum Sanctorum contains the mystic elements needed to heal you, but I cannot risk going there at a time when I was present. The whole time-space continuum could be at risk if I saw myself and learned what was coming. So we must go even further back in time, to a moment when I know I was not present at the sanctum. Hold on, just a few more minutes, Peter. In order to use the elements needed to restore you, I have returned our bodies to physical form inside this room. Do not attempt to venture out, or you will again become insubstantiable. This will not take long, but it will hurt. It will not describe it as undeserved. I know. I'm sorry, Stephen. Someone at the door? I should investigate to make sure we are not disturbed. Do not move until my return. Yeah, I think I can oblige to that. Head swimming, minutes passing. Where the hell is he? I can hear voices. What if he's in trouble? The voice is familiar. Can just make them out. Okay, so now that we know what we're up against, when do we go after him? No. We don't, you know? We don't, you do? What do you mean? We don't. I mean, you're like the Sorcerer Monthly foldout for the astral plane. You like fuzzy animals and saving worlds, and you turn off are rude people and guys with moist, crabby tentacles, which is most guys, now that I think of it. I'm sorry. I have an appointment I cannot miss. Sure you can. Tell him you're busy. Tell him you went out. Tell him you're with an old buddy. And we can compare scars. An appointment with death. Have to get out. There's still a chance to warn myself. Though, I'll lose physicality the moment I touch anything outside. I have to face it. There's nothing I can do to stop it. Nothing. I must go now. Do not open this door again until I return. If I return at all. I do not think we will be interrupted further. The healing has almost run its course. So, how come you can fix me and not Aunt May? Magical curses for magical ills. And it's not your time. Just as this is not your time, the universe calls us home when it is time for us to go. For your Aunt May, it is that time. It is not for you or I to change such things, Peter. It is not for you or I to change such things, Peter. You must understand this, just as I hope you truly see, that there was nothing you could have done to prevent what happened. Even with the advanced knowledge and all of the tools of sorcery at your disposal, you need not feel guilty for what happened, Peter. Yeah, well, the day I actually believe that, I'll be sure to let you know. Come now, it's time for us to go and return whence we came, to the very moment in which we left. I know you despair, Peter, but can I make a suggestion? Not as a sorcerer, but as a doctor. Sure, whatever. How badly injured your Aunt May's body. Her spirit still resides within, though she still unconscious. Your words can still be heard by her. We all die, Peter. You, me, and those we love most dearly. We cannot change that. All we can control is whether or not those we love die alone. I have lost many of those I loved, and when I think back on them, I do not regret that I loved them, only that, in so many cases, I was not there to do what, perhaps, the most important thing of all is. I was not there to say goodbye. If your aunt passes away right now, this moment, and you were not there to hold her hand and tell her you loved her, and that you loved her, and that your love carry her across the other side, you would regret it very day for the rest of your life. Stop blaming yourself for the inevitable savior. The time you had, go to your aunt and give her every amount of your love. There is no greater gift you can give her right now. Goodbye, Peter. Those are Nightwalkers? Those live on the edges of space? Their whole existence being to prevent destiny from being changed? Only a great power can defy them? We all die, Peter. You, me most. We cannot change that. He was right. You cannot change that. But I can. And this is just some info on the characters and a little short story at the back of Spider-Man. Don't know what this is. I think this is a really old Spider-Man comic, but that's Jim Jennison. I want pictures of Spider-Man. No, it isn't coming out right. It's trash. Everything I write is trash. Can you keep those kids quiet? Madeline, it's your fault I can't concentrate. So yeah, Spider-Man comic, pretty cool. Shows you how to make a comic as well, which is very nice. I do have some more Spider-Man comics. I did get a lot more comics. I do have another 13 to read you, but other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. See you all next time. Have a nice day, and goodbye. Stay healthy, stay safe.